Hi, welcome to Budget MTG Decks. All magic fun, all cards under $1. Now whether you have limited disposable income, find the game is getting a little bit too expensive, or simply want to prioritize your spending somewhere else, this series will show you ways to play Magic on a budget. Now playing limited Magic in a store with your friends can get quite expensive. You have to buy 3 booster packs if you want to draft, or a whopping 6 booster packs if you want to play sealed. If only there was a way that you could pay one price, one investment, and then be able to play limited Magic as often as you want, wherever you want, with all your friends, for free. Actually there is, and it's called Cube. Let's start by having a look at what is a cube. Well, a cube is actually just a collection of cards which you own, which you have bundled together for the sole purpose of playing limited games with. So this is a collection of cards you're going to use to play either draft or sealed games. Now, how big is a cube? A cube is a minimum of 360 cards. This will accommodate an 8-person draft or a 4-person sealed game. Why would we build a cube? Well, we can draft or play sealed whenever we want for free for a single one-time investment. Secondly, you can design your own Magic the Gathering set. You can tailor it to your own tastes and preferences, adding mechanics or taking out mechanics from sets and combining sets for cards from different sets to create the ultimate set for yourself. Lastly, it is a great tool for teaching people how to play draft or sealed. Because you've already made the one-time investment, people can draft or play sealed as many times as they want, and you can teach them along the way without having to incur any additional costs every time you teach someone. So what kind of a cube can we build? Let's have a look at the first type, and that is the best cards cube. That is simply, you go through your collection, you look at all the old booster drafts you've done, old sealed events you've attended, maybe old decks that you don't use anymore, you look through your binders, through cards you're not currently using, you take all your best cards from that, you put them together, and that is your cube. Now this can be done from a very, very small investment as you're already using just the cards that you already own. An alternative is to do a common and uncommon set or block cube. Now all you do is you take a set which you really enjoy or a block, let's say you Return to Ravnica, and you buy a play set of commons and a set of uncommons, you throw that together and there is your cube, and this can be done for less than $50. What you can also do is do a best commons cube, also known as a popper cube. You take the best commons from across Magic history, you put those together, that is your cube, and this can be done, really powerful cube can be done for around $100. Then we also have a repacked booster box. Well, after all, we can just buy a booster box, we can draft it with our friends as we normally would with a booster box, but then when we're done, instead of sorting all the cards into our collection, we repack all those cards and we put them back into packs of 15, and then we can redraft them or do a sealed game with them once again. For example, you can buy a box of Conspiracy, would be great for that. Then lastly, we can make a cube which is for a certain archetype. You say, okay, well, I want my cube to have elf tribal, and I want it to have a mill strategy, and I want there to be a reanimator. And then you put those cards together, which would allow for those kind of decks, put those cards together, and that is going to be your cube. So now that we have an idea of what kind of cube we want to build, what is the rough basics of a cube? Well, first of all, you can use 60 cards of each color. So you're going to have 5 times 60 cards, each one divided among the 5 colors of Magic, and divided around fairly with creatures, enchantments, artifacts, instants, sorceries, etc. You might want to take the color into consideration, giving green more creatures than instant sorceries, blue more instants and sorceries than creatures, etc. But it's up to you how you split it up. Then you can take 30 colorless or multicolored spells, and 30 non-basic lands. These could be color-fixing lands, or these could be utility lands, whatever you want. That is the basis of a very basic cube, once we have that. What you also need next to that is 50 basic lands of each color, and we're going to need sleeves, because we're going to sleeve the whole thing up, and that makes it way easier after every game to just throw the lands in one pile and the cards in the other pile, reshuffle them, and be able to play games over and over again with the same cube. Finally, what you want to do is you want to test. You want to make sure that the archetypes you've chosen work. You want to make sure that maybe there's not too many of one card, or you want to make sure that one card is not too powerful. This also depends, of course, if you're making your cube a singleton cube with only one of each card, or if you want to have play sets of cards, it's up to you. There are no fixed rules when it comes to cube, just some guidelines you can follow. So how do we play our draft with a cube? Once we have the pile, we have the big pile, which is our cube, and we have the big pile, which is our lands. Then we're going to shuffle all the cards in our cube, make piles of 15 cards each, and then if you're going to draft, you take 3 piles, and if you're going to do sealed, you take 6. Then you either draft or build your sealed deck as per usual. And then finally we add the basic lands for our basic land piles to finish off our 40 card deck. Well, those are the basics for building a cube and getting the most magic out of your limited resources. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also join us on social media, and we'll see you next time as we have a look at how to play Constructed on a budget.